Calling Boys at 13. Our first guest launched an enormously successful country music career with her first album, All That. Now she's all grown up and still making crank calls. She just released her 9th CD. It is called This Woman. Here she is, LeAnn Rimes, everybody. Well, congratulations. Your album is #2 on the country charts and #3 on the pop charts in its debut week. That's a really big deal, right?
It's a huge deal. I'm very, very excited.
Were you surprised?
I was hoping for the best.
Yeah.
I was hoping, I was really hoping for the best, but I'd never expected this. It was
Who's
good.
in the #1 spot that you need to knock off on the country
Kenny
charts?
Chesney needs to get his butt out of there.
Okay. And then how about the pop charts? Do you know who are #2?
I don't know who #2 is. I didn't really pay attention. All I knew is the album did well, and I don't really pay attention to the charts much.
Is that right?
I just kind of know that
That you make a lot of money from all this, right?
that's a perk, yes. But I know that people are enjoying the music, so that's a good thing.
That is a good thing, absolutely. And this is your 9th album, true?
Yes.
9 albums. How old are you now?
22.
You're going to have like 175 albums by the time you're 40 at this rate. Yeah, that's a lot of albums.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it freaks me out. Even, it really does. It's hard to think about.
Is it something you want, do you want to continue at this pace? Or is this something that, like, you want to do until you're 70 years old? Like, there's a lot of country artists that really will stick around a long time.
It is. I was just watching Tina Turner on her show the other day, and she looked hot. She's 65. She looks amazing. And, yeah, I hope I look that good and sound that good at that age. Sure. Why not?
Yeah, so you want to keep doing it, or are you going to retire and disappear? And
I've been blessed with a gift, and I love doing what I do. I love putting on a show. I love performing in front of people. But, it's kind of like I work really hard, and then I take some time down, and I just do it as I enjoy it. When I stop enjoying it, I don't do it anymore.
Do you think you'll do anything weird, like a rap album or something like that? Or maybe parody songs like Weird Al?
Who knows? Yeah. Who knows what I'll do? It's been 10 years. I got to come up with something fun.
You do.
Keep it interesting.
It is unbelievable that you're 22 and you've been in the business. Well, really, you started even younger than that. When you were, how old were you on Star Search?
I was 8 years old.
8 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was very, very young.
Were you scared of Ed McMahon?
I probably should have been, shouldn't I? No, I'm just kidding. No, he was great. I remember I won my first time, I lost my second time, and it wasn't too devastating at 8 years old. I wiped away my tears and went to Disneyland, and it was okay.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I was fine back then.
Who were you up against? Do you remember?
I don't remember the girl's name, but the one I lost to is some girl from Bryan, Texas, she was very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're glad now that her career has gone down in flames, and there's got to be some satisfaction to that.
No, it's okay.
Who were the judges
Secretly.
that picked this woman or this kid over you?
Who were the judges?
Do you remember who the judges were?
One of the guys, one of the judges was the guy that used to host Double Dare. It's Mark Summers.
Mark
Thank
Summers?
you.
Oh, how about
And
that?
I was more excited about him being on the show than,
really?
than I was, because at 8 years old, I was watching Double Dare all the time.
What rating, do you remember how many stars he gave you?
I think like 3.5 stars or something.
Oh.
So I did all right.
He could have done a little better than that.
Yeah, he could have given me 4. That would have been
Right now, he's probably kicking himself in the ass. Yeah. Well, that's something. So you do that, and you're a kid star, and now how long have you been married?
3 years. This month, 3 years.
And you married one of your dancers, correct?
Well, yeah, we're not going to. Most of these dancer stories, don't work out. But yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you.
Yeah, no. I beat you. Right. But, no, he's a classically trained ballet dancer, and he hasn't danced professionally for the last couple of years, but we did work together, and he's been writing all his life, so he's a writer now. He's actually gone from the whole dancer thing. So.
I see. Well, there's nothing wrong with being a dancer, is there?
Well, there's nothing wrong with being a dancer.
in my world there is, but in yours... if one of my friends was a dancer, we'd kill him. We'd really, at the Super Bowl, we'd take that football full of, guacamole and just jam his head in it until he...
It was hot. He was one of the only straight guys that was a dancer, so I was like, all right, he knows how to move. I figured it leads to good things other places,
And did it all lead to good things other places?
Yeah.
God bless him. Well, that's... And now... So that's going well.
Yes.
And now you are hosting a show, a talent competition of your own.
I am. I'm hosting Nashville Star, the 3rd season of Nashville Star coming up. I'm very, very excited.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Is it like is it like American Idol where you sit there and say mean things to the people?
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the good thing about Nashville Star. It's actually, I feel it's a great reputable show that doesn't, you know, prey on these people that want to make fools of themselves on national television.
There are no William Hungs in Nashville Star, for instance? No?
No, there's really great talent, and they really, all the contestants perform live with a live band. They write their own songs, play their own instruments, so it's a great show. I'm very excited.
Who else is on it with you? Who's the Paula
Phil
Abdul?
Vassar, who's an incredible country artist. Brett Michaels, who I haven't met yet.
From Poison, Brett
From
Michaels?
Poison.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He has, you know, he always wears a cowboy hat, so he'll fit in great in Nashville.
So they figured, what the hell, right?
He'll be hot, yeah, exactly. And
Really?
so, yeah, so he's going to be interesting. I'm interested to see.
And so those are the two,
Yes, and there's Anastasia Brown, who is a A&R woman out of Nashville. She's wonderful.
See.
Yeah.
And then do they get like a record contract at the end of the deal?
They do. They get a record contract and
They marry a dancer?
Exactly.
Does he get a lot? I sense from your reaction that he gets a lot of teasing about that whole thing.
No, not so much. You know, I think he always got teased as, you know, a kid growing up, you know, being the only boy dancer, but he did it for the women, and obviously it led him to something good.
Yeah, it worked out for him. It worked out all right for him and like Kevin Federline, I guess.
There you go.
So, all right, so then you're really like jumping the gun on life, I think, because you've got 9 albums out, and you're married for 3 years already. I mean, you're going to be on Social Security at like 36 years old. Are you worried about that at all?
No, you know, I have experienced things very fast in my life. But I get to be a kid now more than ever. My husband's a goofball, and he keeps me very young, and I enjoy, you know, it's fun being able to do stupid things as an adult.
Well, maybe you could buy the Neverland Ranch. I understand it's going to be
maybe not. No, that's okay.
You ever have a pie fight with Silly String?
I've had my share of shilling.
You know what we'll do? We'll get some, we'll take a break, and we'll come back. LeAnn Rimes here. She's going to perform for us a little bit later tonight. That is her CD. It's called This Woman, and Nashville Star on the USA Network March 1st. We'll be right back with Efren Ramirez from Napoleon Dynamite. Our next guest co-starred in a little movie that cost $400,000 to make and brought in $45 million in movie tickets. Napoleon Dynamite. It's right here. It's on DVD now. He will be running for student body president forever and ever and ever. Please welcome and vote for Pedro, Efren Ramirez, everybody. What's happening? It's great to meet you. I voted for you. This movie, did you ever, well, I'm sure you didn't ever imagine it would be as popular as it turned out to be. Or maybe you did.
Well, I don't have much to say. But it was the people who actually voted for me, too. I was actually thinking about building a cake for this beautiful woman here.
I would have loved that. I would have loved that.
But I'm afraid that her husband might beat me or something.
It hit you over the head with a slipper.
But it's okay, because I got hookups with my cousins.
Oh, yeah. I would have loved the cake.
Now, you don't really talk like that, right?
I was like, no, I mean, it's character work.
Now, this is disturbing, this part where you talk like you.
I was like, what? What was he talking about, eh?
We've been tricked, yeah.
It's